Alrighty, what is up, guys? Evanaldo here. I wanted to give you a quick Bitcoin Ethereum update, and let's talk about the S&P 500 as well. I want to talk about the monthly on that because that could be pretty big bull trap right now. So, sorry if I sound a little weird. I have a cold right now, so bear with me. But um, look, I mean, you still have the 2 week. The 2 week red dot, we've talked about it. That could definitely bring us to catalyst down to a bottom, by January, February, kind of that area if you have another leg down here. And I think, regardless of what happens, when you get into the red here, I think this is the really, really, really good DCA opportunity for the next. It was from November 19th all the way to August 2020. So for the next, 6 to 8 months, 6 to 10 months, really good DCA opportunity once that goes in the red. Even if we've already bottomed out right now, which obviously there's always going to be people saying we've bottomed out, and they may be right. They'll get it right on one of these. They'll eventually get it right, but it's hard, hard to get it right the first time you predict it, obviously. And when you get into the red, even if it is bottomed out, you'll probably still get into the red here because 2 week is such a large time frame, So that's important. Also, I think the next 2 week, green dot, whenever that happens, that we probably will be bottomed out by the time you get that bullish div there. And yeah, you'll get that bullish div unless we pump up past 24K before this confirms. That's probably not going to happen in the next 3 days, obviously. So let's move down, to some of these other time frames here. Just wanted to take a quick look at the 16-day. Not getting a red dot yet, but I think that could give us the next catalyst down for the next leg down for when we bottom out. And some of these time frames kind of neutral on the 10-day. Not too much to say about some of them. Obviously 3 LXs in the 7-day. I could see one or two more to get to the bottom. One or two more here to the bottom. And 4-day, you do have the green dot. So what could happen here? It's a little tough to say. This confirms in a day. Some things are a little bit conflicting right now. This is kind of like they were back last December. Less trading volume, harder time to trade this market, I would say. And money flow coming into the green in the 2-day. That's, I guess, a little bit more bullish, And daily getting choppy here. Not decided. You can't make up its mind. Doesn't know what it wants to do. RSIs are split on the 12-hour here. They could get a little bit higher, and you could get up to these areas, You could get a little bit higher up to these areas in the next couple of days. You absolutely can here. And your 10-hour, now there's a good shot that this is hard right here because there's a good shot you topped out. This confirms in 4 hours, good shot you topped out, and you're coming down. If I had to guess, I would say a little more likely that we've topped out here and then you're coming back down. Kind of this high volume node right here just based on these split RSIs. But sometimes, kind of like here, what happened here, you're starting to kind of almost curve down in some places and then bam, you come up a little bit higher. Sometimes the market likes to play those type of games, so be careful. 6-hour, red dot, money flow is coming up though. The 5-hour is in the green now, curving back down. Could get choppy here, could have another leg up. Hard to kind of say. I do have some trades open in my exclusive Discord, link in the description below if you're interested. That you got to kind of hedge your bets here. Scalp longs, more. I'm looking for swing shorts and scalp longs. That's kind of what I'm doing, and I know over time it'll work out well. So what I think could happen in the very short term is look at these RSIs kind of splitting apart in the hourly, and you could probably see it better on the 45-minute here. In the red, but you got the green dot RSI splitting, so that could give you the catalyst to come up a little bit higher here. You probably see it the best, on the 30-minute. Bullish div, little snake eyes, RSI's curving up. I think you could jump up a little bit, at least a little bit in the short term, and I'm kind of trying to play a little scalp long. Be careful with it, though. Play a little long up, just a little bit here, at least a little bit, and then lock in profits, and then if you come up here, you can make a lot with that, especially if it's a big position. And then look to short up there, swing short, or swing short, kind of now, and then take that to kind of hedge the bets. That's the best thing I'm looking for at this market right now. 15-minute money flow coming up, that's deep in the red. You could come up at least a little bit more here. And then some of these time frames in between and kind of your 6-minute, I'm trying to look at the 10-minute here. Very neutral, not really telling me much. Maybe the 4-minute would give us something. So yeah, just choppy. Hard to kind of differentiate what's going to happen here. Weird market. And then if you look at the 1 minute, that's a little bit more bullish with the money flow coming up. That would be the the case to come up a little bit higher. Now let's look at ETH just a little bit here. And, I think ultimately the two places that you're going to be looking for, right here, obviously, if we make it this high for the swing short, the highest I could kind of see you going is probably around here, probably this area. I think this swing high is a good place to be careful with it, obviously. 1352, though, they may hunt your stop loss, but good place for a stop loss for the swing shorts, most likely. And then it's kind of the same as Bitcoin. I mean, that looks pretty good on the 3-day, obviously. That's a nice bullish div. That could bring us up a little bit higher here at least. And yeah, I mean, it's very similar to Bitcoin. But I do think what's going to happen, though, is the 16-day red dot. This is going to confirm in a day. And I think maybe tomorrow, once this confirms and into the weekend, you may finally see, into early next week as well, you may finally see us start to really come back down. And it could come back down hard. Remember, guys, price goes down faster than it comes up. On the 10-hour, I would probably give the odds a little bit higher that we've already topped out just based on split RSIs. If they do come up higher, you may get a nice bearish div as you play around with this area in the next day or so for a potentially really good short here. That's what I'm looking at. And then 6-hour into the green, I would say that's almost a little bit more bullish. I mean, 6-hour doesn't come into the green that much. It usually gives you what you're looking for. Really high up and then nice short down there. Here it didn't work out as well, so it could be like that, obviously. Your RSI is curving down there. Hard to say. Hard to say. December is always a kind of a tough month to trade. And now you're playing around with the spiral line. RSI splitting apart in the hourly, so I do think, possibly a nice little scalp long, maybe to try to get up to here, would most likely suit you pretty well right now. Never financial advice. Then your 15-minute, I kind of like how you're coming back into the green. You might be able to come up a little bit, just a little bit higher here. So a little bit of conflicting market, not December is probably one of the best months to take off. You want to take off trading, and focus once we get into January, because January is normally a lot better. Just less trading volume right now. It always gets a little choppy, but my main guess, for Bitcoin and Ethereum right now, come up at least a little bit and then start to play out, or come up like this, then you really get, you're reckoning down to the next kind of leg down. And I think, regardless of what happens after, assuming we do get another leg down, which I think we will, assuming we do get another big leg down, that could be, down to potentially even 300. Not saying it's going to go that low, but, here, very, very, very good place to start DCAing for 3 to 6 months. That doesn't mean, dump everything into Ethereum just because it's at $500, but it's a good place to start getting in for, a situation like this, like a long-term accumulation like this. And the last thing I want to show you guys is the S&P 500. You do have the green dot here. Monthly confirms in 29 days. Could be more similar to this one. I mean, look at this one. You topped out. Look at this bar. You topped out before it even confirmed there. That almost shouldn't have confirmed there. Then you got the red right after and you came down lower. I think this bear market is going to be more like 01. And from where we are right now, you would need, you'd need probably June 01 to the bottom in October 02, over a year to bottom out, which could absolutely happen. I don't think it's going to be that long, but it could. And then look at kind of the RSIs right there. See, they're starting to curve back up. They were curving back up kind of here like that. I think you could just roll over. So this could be a pretty big trap. You also have a, on the weekly here, you also have the blue triangle. I think that's a pretty good, indication that you could be headed down. Usually, in the main bull markets, they bring you up. But, when you look at the bear markets, this was 2008 right there. Bam, that was before your big catalyst downward. And this confirms, just want to see when this confirms right here, one day. That could be, once this confirms tomorrow, that could be our top. That could absolutely be our top tomorrow. And you look at here too. This was January 02. You bottomed out in September. I mean, I could see us absolutely bottoming out mid to late next year, quarter 2, quarter 3 of next year. So that could be the catalyst to bottom out around September of next year. One of these, you get choppy a little bit, then you're getting that leg down. So that's absolutely possible for the S&P 500 here. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys are interested in my exclusive Discord, link in description below. Not right 100% of the time, but we've had some really good trades in there. September, October, September, October were amazing months. End of November got a little choppy. Hopefully December is going to be good. Hard time to trade though. So check that out. Also, I believe today is the last day to get the discount code for my trading course. Discount code Black Friday, 30% off. And also, please sign up for BITGET using my link down below. Only my link down below to get the really good bonus down below. So check that out. Please thumbs up the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Have a good one, guys. Goodbye.